Hey guys, welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona, and I'm glad you decided to tune in. What's up, guys? In today's episode, I'm going to talk about quitting, and I will show you how to find the motivation to keep going when you feel like giving up. First, I want to make a quick disclaimer. This episode is not going to focus on solutions for people with suicidal tendencies. So please, if you have self-harming behavior or are experiencing suicide thoughts, talk to a therapist or contact a suicide prevention center. Alright guys, why do we sometimes feel like quitting? And what can we do about it so that we continue on our path to achieving our goals and going after the life that we want? The first thing you can do is take a step back and notice what happens in your mind when you feel like quitting. Journaling every day is a great way to get a hold of your negative thought patterns. Identify what types of thoughts go through your head on a daily basis. Are you being mean to yourself? Do you say hurtful things such as, "You're worthless. You're never going to achieve anything in life. Your life doesn't matter. You're a bad person and you don't deserve love," etc. If you talk down on yourself every day, no wonder you feel like quitting. What you need to do is learn to focus on the positive things you have in your life and reframe the way your brain thinks. I've made a whole episode on reframing your thoughts. It's called How to Be Content with Life. So go check that out if you're interested. Okay. Now you know what thoughts provoke you to feel that way about yourself. So what's the next step? Step number 2 is to find motivation to keep going. There's this anonymous quote that I really like. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. That's exactly what you need to focus all of your energy on. Why did you start? Why do you do what you do? What's the bigger reason beneath all of the suffering you're causing yourself? I remember back when I launched my coaching business. I had a rough couple of months. I felt like nothing I did was ever working. I felt like quitting more than a couple of times. But you know what? I kept going. I knew I had so much to give to the world that my fear of failure started to disappear. My own self-sabotaging behaviors started to disappear. I began to trust myself and to trust the process without trying to rush it. Here's what I want you to do now. Zoom out and focus on your vision. What do you really want to achieve in your life? What are your biggest goals and dreams? What do you want to accomplish? Stop focusing on what you can't, don't, or shouldn't do. Start using positive affirmations such as I can, I will, I want to, I choose to. If you use empowering words, you're not only going to trick your brain into thinking that you're more confident than before, but you will also get used to praising yourself more and focusing on your strengths instead of your weaknesses. If you really want to see opportunities in your life, you must never ever give up on your dream. There will be times when you won't know whether you should keep going or not. And while there are times when you should reevaluate your decisions or life choices, 9 times out of 10, when you feel like quitting, it's your fear talking, and you should never listen to it. Alright, so what's next? Now that you're aware of your negative thought patterns, and you feel empowered and motivated to go after the life that you want, it's time to make a vision board. What is a vision board? It's a collection of pictures of the things you want in life. It is literally a large piece of paper, cardboard, or any other material onto which you stick things that matter to you and you aspire to. Creating a vision board will give you a clear picture of what is important to you and will help you not lose track of all the things that you want to accomplish. Here's why you need one. It will keep you motivated when you feel like quitting. It will remind you of all the wonderful things that you can and will achieve in your life. and it will bring you joy and happiness every time you look at it. Put everything that matters to you and that you want in life. It could be a picture of a big family that you want to have someday. It could include the house you want to live in, the career you want to pursue, the places you'd like to visit, etc. The important thing is to look at it every single day, because as we all know it, sometimes life gets in the way, and it's easy to forget to look at the bigger picture. And don't get me wrong, there will be days like this one when you'll feel like quitting again. You'll question everything you've ever done, and you still won't be sure you're on the right track. But I'm going to let you on in a secret. All of us are. We all have our doubts. We all don't know where we're going from time to time. We all question our decisions and think that we are somehow flawed. We are not. We are only human, and it's in our nature to question everything. That's how our minds function. And the sooner you get familiar with your own little monkey mind, the better. Your brain is capable of marvelous things. Things much bigger than you can ever imagine achieving. You just have to point it in the right direction. And if you want my help with that, book a free session and let's do it together. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks for listening. I hope this episode was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to make sure to get my weekly tips on how to simplify your life and have great relationships with others. I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.